Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Now, it was officially announced as of yesterday that right after the Church on Ruby Road, the Christmas special airing surprise surprise on Christmas Day of 2023, which as of recording is only 2 days away after this episode premieres, we will be getting a proper look at the first series of Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. We don't know the length of this trailer, we don't know what's in the trailer, but that's what this video is to discuss. What can we expect from the upcoming Doctor Who Season 14, or technically, because Russell's going for this whole reboot approach, Series 1, what can we expect from the series or Season 1 trailer? Well, I've got a little list here, we're going to go through it. If I miss anything that you think is obviously going to be in the trailers, let me know in the comments down below. But without any more waffling, let's just get into it. I think it's a very safe bet to say that Jinx Monsoon is going to be in this trailer. We don't really know who she's playing, we just know that it's some big evil villain. And using a little bit of detective work, we can guess that the Beatles are going to be in the trailer as well, or at least get mentioned. This is some of the only big out there public information that we know officially from the mouth of Russell T Davies in the recent documentary he did with the BBC. We know there is a musical Beatles episode that takes place on Abbey Road in Ncuti Gatwa's season. We know Jinx Monsoon is musically talented and she's wearing like a musical note thing and has a sort of theming of piano within her costume, and Russell's mentioned that in the Beatles episode there's a giant piano that sort of bombards Abbey Road, so it's safe to say, I think, Jinx Monsoon is going to make an appearance in the trailer, and whether it's us seeing the Beatles or whether it's the Doctor and Ruby going, no way, the Beatles, something like that. Speaking of Jinx Monsoon, this point could kind of be tied into her. The Toymaker's legions. He says at the end of the 60th anniversary, my legions are coming. And who does that mean? We've had a mention of the boss, we've had a mention of the one who waits, we've seen that mysterious hand pick up the golden tooth that the Master's trapped inside. Is that all linked, and could we get our first hint, our first look at whoever the Toymaker's legions are? I think there's a possibility Jinx Monsoon is one of them, because maybe she's like another eternal godlike being from outside the universe that does crazy stuff with music. You've had the Toymaker, now the Musicman, who comes from far away. Now, this one sounds obvious, but I think we're going to get a lot of Ncuti Gatwa and Millie Gibson. One of the things that the reviews have kept saying about the Church on Ruby Road is just how electric their chemistry is, and how much the episode is held up by the performances and by the chemistry that these two guys have. So I think it's a very safe bet. I mean, it kind of goes without saying the Doctor's going to be in a trailer for Doctor Who, but yeah, we're going to get proper Ncuti and Millie, Dr. Donna style bantering in the trailer, which I'm very much looking forward to. On top of that, this is only a possibility, but could we see the Master in the trailer? It's been set up in the 60th anniversary that the Master's going to crop up at some point. It might have just been like a nice little nod or a nice little joke to the past that that mysterious hand I mentioned a minute ago picks up the golden tooth with the Master in, or maybe it is actually setting up the Master's return. And I mean, if they put John Sim in the trailer for Series 10 to boost up viewing figures, why not put whichever Master, unless it's a new Master, is going to make a return in the trailer? I think if it is any Master, it's probably going to be Missy. I feel like, yeah, I don't know, I just get the sense. I think that there's a vibe. If not an entirely new Master, and maybe you wouldn't put that in the trailer, maybe you'd save that, but then would you want to do another dramatic Master reveal, of which we have had so many? I also think we're going to see stuff from filming photos, because that's what they did with the 60th anniversary trailers. It was basically anything we'd seen in a filming photo that was out there on the Twitter sphere, they would put out in the trailer, like Beep the Meep, for example. So I reckon this weird yellow slug creature is going to crop up and do some weird absorbing of people, or whatever he does. Let me know in the comments what you think these slug creatures are. I also think there's a good shout we're going to get more ties to whatever Triad Technology is. Our first hearing of it was in the 60th anniversary in Unit, when Mel says that the systems are running on Triad Technology, which very, very interesting. We've also seen Triad Technology crop up repeatedly throughout filming photos, whether it's on a bus or other various places. Triad is going to be the next sort of Vote Saxon thing, or Bad Wolf. It's going to be scattered throughout the seasons, I reckon. Speaking of Mel and Unit, we're going to see Unit in the trailer, I'd imagine. More explosions, more soldiers, maybe more helicopter action, some big bombastic Unit stuff, probably the Stark Tower looking Unit building, just to give a scale of it. I reckon Kate Stewart will crop up in the trailer as well. We've seen her in filming photos, so we know she's in it at some point. It makes sense to have Unit. And I really hope it will be such a fun action shot, is Mel and Ncuti Gatwa on the motorbike. We've seen the Doctor and Mel riding this motorbike through a crowded street while people are running away from an unknown alien enemy invasion. That would be really cool to put in a trailer. And who doesn't want to see Bonnie Langford on a motorbike with Ncuti Gatwa? Fun Doctor Who campness at its peak. Now, we've also seen this from filming Bigger, Bolder Britain, mysterious name, political figure. Russell's going full years and years in this, which I reckon we'll get a little hint at that. Whoever this Prime Minister guy is, and whatever the hell's going on with that, I reckon we'll get a little hint to that. It's probably another sort of maybe mid-season story arc, rather than a finale, but yeah, we'll get little hints at whoever this mysterious guy is. I also think we'll get a look at something we've never seen before and we have no idea of it. I mean, episode 1, we have no clue. We have no idea what the alien or monster or creature or anything in that episode is. I reckon we'll get a little hint at episode 1 specifically, because that's the next episode that they're going to be trying to advertise. I also hope along with that we get new alien planets. Like, the budget's gone up. Show us some dramatic alien world or alien planet or some weird big Disney budget sci-fi type of thing. That would be really, really cool. Speaking of new, yet old, I would love to see a redesign of a classic monster. I think there's a possibility the Daleks are going to be in this series, purely because Russell loves the Daleks. He's spoken in that documentary about how much he loves the Daleks, and this is like a jumping on point. It's a fresh start for new audiences. You kind of want to introduce the Daleks and set them up as the evilest, most evil threat relatively early on. So I reckon a redesigned Dalek, that would bang views, that would look so cool. Or a redesigned Cyberman, or maybe Sontarans, or Ice Warriors, or an old villain. And then finally, I think we're going to see some of the guest stars. So obviously I've mentioned Jinx Monsoon, but there's like Jonathan Groff as well, who I reckon is going to play a semi-big important role within an episode. Maybe it's a musical episode. We've seen him in his 16th century, 17th century attire, so I reckon we'll get a shot or two of that. They'll definitely want to jump time periods in the trailer to sort of show new audiences who happen to stumble across the teaser trailer, look, this show goes from the past to the present to the future, everywhere, summing up Doctor Who quickly in a trailer. But yeah, those are my thoughts and my hopes for what we see in this short trailer. Let me know yours in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you're kept up to date, because I will be doing a trailer breakdown video, an Everything We Know video, and videos left, right and centre about the upcoming era of Doctor Who. Thank you very much for all your support recently. It's really, really appreciated. I'll stop rambling, and goodbye.